Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for this card holder or a card purse. And this one, it closes up like this, it opens up like this, and you can simply have your cards in, and it goes on like this. It's nice, simple and very elegant and beautiful pattern. Now to close this one, I made this chains, and you can simply just close it like this. If you don't want this pattern, if you don't like this pattern, you can always have a little button in here and you can close it with the button. And if you want to have this pattern, I will explain it how to make it into the video. And for this particular project, I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one, I've used my 3 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so for this one, let's have a yarn, and we're going to start with a slip knot. So just have a slip knot here. And now we are going to chain up 19, 1, 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 18 and 19. So here it is. We got over this 19 chains here. And now for our round number or round number 1, we're going to skip over this first chain. So this is the back part of our chains. I have done my work, and this is the back part of my chains. Now I'm going to skip this first chain. So I'm not going to work on this first chain, and I will go to the second chain, and I will insert my hook into the second chain, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make 1 single crochet here. And now keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain. And by the end of this row, you're going to have 18, 8 single crochets. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain, and I'm going to meet you after my 18 single crochets. 1 single crochet into each chain. So here it is. After my row number 1, here I've got my 18 single crochets, 1 single crochet into each chain. And now for the row number 2, we're going to chain 1 and we will turn our work here like this. And now we will insert our hook into this first stitch. Now here we're going to start building our pattern. So here we're going to have our half double crochet, but for the half double crochet, what we usually do is we yarn over and we insert our hook into this first stitch. You grab our yarn and yarn over and pull our yarn through all 3 loops. But here what we will do is we will go to this first stitch. So this is our chain 1. We're going to skip over this chain 1. We will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch and grab your yarn. And now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now we will go down into this chain. So here it is. This is our first chain. Now we will insert our hook into this chain. So here it is. This is the bottom part of our chain. We will insert our hook like this into the chains, and we will grab the yarn. And we will pull our yarn, and now we're going to have 3 loops on our hook. So it's 1, 2 and 3. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And this is our pattern, and we're going to repeat this pattern. So again, we will go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch, grab your yarn. Now we're going to have 2 loops. Now we will go down into the second chain. So this is the first chain we have already worked on. This is the first chain we have already worked on. We will go to this next chain, the second chain, and we will insert our hook into this second chain, and we will grab the yarn. So here it is. We're going to have 3 loops on our hook, 1, 2 and 3. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And again, we're going to repeat the same pattern. So again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, go down into this chains, insert your hook into this chains and grab your yarn. And you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And now keep on repeating this pattern until the end of this row. So again, as I've got this, my next stitch, I will go down into this chains and will insert my hook and will grab the yarn. And I'm going to have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. And now keep on repeating this pattern until the end of this row. And by the end, you're going to have your 18 stitches, and all of your stitches will look like this because we have started building our pattern. And this is our half double crochet, but in a different way. So just keep on repeating your pattern, and you're going to have your 18 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. I have my this 17 stitches, and for my this last stitch, my 18th stitch, again I will insert my hook into my this last stitch. Will grab the yarn and I will go down into this space, and this is my last chain. I will insert my hook like this, and I will grab the yarn and I will yarn over and will pull my yarn through all 3 loops, and this is my last stitch, and it looks like this. So our round number 2 is done, and now for round number 3, chain 1, turn your work, and here we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, and by the end of this round number 3, we are going to have our 18 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after that. Keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch. And here it is. After the end of my round number 3, I have my 1 single crochet into each stitch, and I've got my 18 stitches here. And now for the round number 2, again we're going to repeat our pattern. So chain 1 and turn your work, and we are here in the front again. So insert your hook into this first stitch and grab your yarn like this, and now we will go down into this round number or round number 2. So here it is. This is our space just on top of our this last stitch, last pattern, and you can insert your hook in here and grab your yarn and yarn over and spool your yarn through all your loops. So this is our round number 3, and this is our round number 2. So we are working on this round number 2. So again, insert your hook into this round number 3, next stitch, grab your yarn and go to this round number 2, and you're going to find your this next space, next stitch in here, insert your hook and grab your yarn and yarn over and spool your yarn through all 3 loops. Again, insert your hook into this next stitch, go down into this round number 2, insert your hook and grab your yarn over and spool your yarn through all your loops. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you after my this round number 4. And again we're going to have our 18 stitches here. So keep on having 1 half double crochet in our pattern, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. I'm at my last stitch of my round number 4, my 18th stitch, and it's going to look like this. So here it is. It's going to look like this, and now keep on repeating your round number 2 and round number 3 until your round number 46. And we're going to have our pattern like this. We're going to build our pattern like this. So keep on having your this pattern plus single crochets, and then again your this pattern, and then again your single crochet. So keep on repeating your round number 2 and round number 3 until your round number 46. 4, 6. And I'm going to meet you after my round number 46. And here it is. After my round number 46, it looks like this. And now for your round number 47, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. And now for the first 6 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. Insert your hook into this first stitch and grab your yarn and have your 1 single crochet. That's your second single crochet into your second stitch. That's a third single crochet in your third stitch. 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. We got 6 single crochets, 1 single crochet into each stitch for the first 6 stitches. And now we're going to chain up 6 here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now skip your next 6 stitches here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and go to the 7th stitch. Insert your hook into the 7th stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. And now remaining 6 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this is end of our row number 47. And now for row number 48, chain 1 and turn your work, and here it is. We're going to build our pattern here, and for the first 6 stitches we're going to build our pattern. So here it is. Go to this first stitch, one, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first 6 stitches we're going to have our pattern, and now on this chain 6 we're going to have 12 single crochets. So insert your hook into this chain 6 space and grab your yarn and have your 12 single crochets here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is. We got over this 12 single crochets here on this chain 6, and now for the remaining 6 stitches we are again going to repeat our pattern. So insert your hook into this first stitch and go down below and have your first pattern here, your second pattern, and keep on having your pattern until the end of this row number 48. And here it is. We got over this pattern here, and it is all done. And now we're gonna attach over this 2 parts here like this to build our this card wallet. So for that, what first I will do is I will put my this loose end in. Now the reason I'm putting this one in, because I don't want this to come in our work. If you want to do it later on, you can do it later on. I'm just gonna hide this one in right now. So just have your needle and hide this one in so that we can easily work on over this project while we are attaching this all parts together for over this card wallet. So I'm just gonna insert my this loose end in. Here it is. I put my this loose end in, and now here we're gonna count our this pattern. Now if you want, you can turn your work, and this is the front part, so you can count your pattern. Remember, I'm counting my patterns and not the rows. So we have built our pattern after every second row. So here it is. I'm gonna count from the top. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I'm gonna count this 7 rows, 7 pattern rows, and I will turn my work like this. So this is the 7 parts, and now I will attach my this 2 parts together here like this. So if you want to count from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and after your 7th row I'm gonna attach my this 2 parts like this. Now here I'm gonna put my this stitch marker. Remember, I have done it after 7 rows, 7 patterns, and I will do the same, exactly the same for this second side as well. So I'm going to put these 2 parts together with the help of the stitch marker. Here it is. And now you can have your this yarn, and we are going to have our slip stitches here. So for that one, chain 1 and go to this space here like this. So I'm going to take 2 strands of yarn, one from the front and one from the back. Remember, we are working on this single part. We haven't attached our project yet, so it's the single part. And I'm just gonna grab my yarn and we'll make one slip stitch here. And now I will go to this space, this one, and I will insert my hook. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make another slip stitch. Now while you are doing these slip stitches, just loosen up your hand. Do not make your slip stitches too tight, because we don't want our stitches too tight, and we don't want our work to be too tight, and that's why just loosen up your work. Slip stitches are usually very tight stitches. It has no space, so just keep that in mind. So whenever you're working on the slip stitches, always loosen up your work, especially when you're attaching 2 parts and there are other stitches and you're working on these other stitches. It's always better to have your hand a little bit loose while you're doing these slip stitches. So here again, I've been to this second pattern row and I've inserted my hook like this. I've taken both the parts, one from the front, one from the back, and again I'm going to grab the yarn and we'll have my third slip stitch here. Again, I'm going to go to this space, we'll insert my hook, we'll grab the yarn and we'll make one more slip stitch here. That's my fourth slip stitch. Go to this two strain of yarn again and grab your yarn, have your fifth slip stitch, go into the space and have your sixth slip stitch. And now keep on having your slip stitches until here, and in total you're going to have your 14 slip stitches here, because each row will have one slip stitch. And here you have your 7 patterns, that means you have 14 rows, so each row will have one slip stitch, and that's why you're going to have your 14 slip stitches, including this chain 1. So including this chain 1, you're going to have your 14 slip stitches until here, and I'm going to meet you here. Here it is. I have my 14 slip stitches, and now we are here. So here we're going to attach over this 2 parts together. So for that one, I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker. And now here I will insert my hook into my this space, and I will go to this second part as well, and I will insert my hook into this first stitch into the space, and I will grab the yarn and will make my first slip stitch here. Now I will go to this second part. I'm going to take this both the loops, one in the front, one in the back, and here I have my 2 loops as well. So at the back I'm going to have another 2 loops, one from the front part and one from the back part, like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my second slip stitch. Now keep on having your slip stitches here, and you're going to have 18 slip stitches here. Here it is, your third slip stitch, your fourth slip stitch, here again, it is your fifth slip stitch. Keep on having your slip stitches, and here while attaching these 2 parts, you're going to have your another 18 slip stitches. So first 14 slip stitches here and another 18 slip stitches on this 2 parts. Here it is. I have my 17 slip stitches here, and for my last slip stitch, 18th slip stitch, I'm just going to have one chain 1. So this is my slip stitch, and now I'm going to cut my this yarn, secure my this last stitch, and here it is. It looks like this, and now we will work on this second side. Here again we're going to repeat the same pattern. So here we're going to have 18 slip stitches until here, until over this stitch marker, and then next 14 slip stitches on this cover part. So here we're just gonna insert our hook like this. If you don't want to count your rows, you can just simply have an idea that this is your space. You have to put your hook into this space. Have your yarn, attach your yarn, and keep on having your slip stitches and chain 1, and now keep on having the same pattern, keep on having your slip stitches, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. I have attached my both the parts from both the sides here, and now we're gonna put our this loose ends in. So we're gonna hide them, and for that one just have your needle, and here it is. Our card holder is almost ready. Now if you want to close your card holder with the help of this closer, you can simply have your 120 chains. So here I have 120 chains. Just double up your this chains and simply insert your this chains this way. Here it is, and it closes up like this. So have your 120 chains. If you don't want to have chains and you simply want to close with your this fancy button, you can have a fancy button. Now I have this one, so I'm going to use this. You can use any button you want. So for that one, just close your this card holder like this, and have an idea that your button should be in here, and simply just attach your this button, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is, our card holder is ready and it looks like this. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.